Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Live. I hope you're all doing well. Chief, hello. Furious, Elamate, Godfrey, Morganja, greetings to all. I actually arrived on time tonight, I think. Yeah, about a minute late. That's all right. I was busy. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing all right, and I hope everyone's seen the good news today. Let me bring it up on screen. Where is it? There it is. New player promo link. I finally got it approved. It took, I think it was about 7 months, 8 months or something like that. Basically, since the day she came into the game, I wanted her as a promo link, and it has taken this long. So this is all very, very good stuff. Look at that. Exactly. Crazy promo link. Now, I was really salty this week because I saw that other creators had been given a Mavara link too. And I'm going to take credit for it. I don't care. You were in on it, Chief. You knew. See, exactly how long ago did I tell you about that? We are talking like a week after her fusion finished, perhaps. It was that long ago. And that is how long we've been doing back and forth. But yes, we now have her, and what a freaking promo link that it is. I don't even know what to do with it, except for that I've got a video coming out tomorrow about it. To fill this little spot here, I've got a funny feeling it's going to end up being Pelops. I think that might be the best starter that's ever existed in Raid. Short of having, I don't know, Deacon in place of Fayne, but then there's no way they were ever going to give me that. Apparently, the reason the promo link got held up is instead of Fayne, I actually had Pan, the Bowhorn from the Sylvan Watchers, and they were unsure about whether to give me Pan. But you know what? I'll take it. It's ended up being one of the best promo links ever. So yeah, so I also would consider Tholin. I definitely would. I think Tholin is the one I used on my free-to-play, and he gets me everywhere. But Pelops, Tholin, there's even Grand Oak Padraig, I think is still an option if you wanted to go pure support. But I think this promo code is massively lacking in AoE DPS. So you've even got Wukong. There are many, many options, but I think for me, I'm going to go Pelops. And in the video, I will have all the extra codes you can use on screen. I'm just still collating them. But yeah, that's been the really awesome news of today. Despite having a good old moan about it, I think last week or even earlier in this week. So, enough of that. Let's get this ready. What is on the agenda tonight? I literally have no plan whatsoever, and sometimes that's the best way. I am pretty caught up with the fusion so far, I think. The champion chase completely destroyed my entire shard reserve because I made a proper dumb where I recorded a video thinking it was Summon Rush, and I'm like, I've got to pull 7 or 11 sacreds to get the thing done. I got to 7, didn't pull a legendary, so I went, fine, we'll pull another 4 to get the extra fragments. And then I loaded up the champion chase screen and then realized it wasn't Summon Rush, it was champion chase, and I only had about 2,000 points, so that video is not coming out. Which is embarrassing on my part, but it wasn't exactly an eventful shard pull anyway. But yeah, we're getting through the fusion. I did Arena, what's that one? Fire Knight, Champion Chase. It's all up to date. I think we're just waiting for the next events. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm quite hyped for the Dorothy stuff. Probably more Dorothy than the Lion. Maybe. But we've got a whole good little bunch of champions coming in the pipeline now, so I think we are off to a good start. Now, I do need to burn some energy because I don't like being capped. Done Fire Knight, so let's just go Ice Golem's Peak. This was me earlier testing the new promo link as well with all of the champions plus a Pelops, and that is a pretty nasty, nasty team. Make sure we're all geared. I'm not running the optimizer because it messes with the stream, because my computer is poor. Oh, Bayard. Yeah, do you know what? I think it was it Mohammed or someone that got him a little while ago, and it was the first time I'd ever seen him. And he ended up looking like a bloody good champion, to be honest. Baird the Broad, or I can't remember his exact name, but he looks really good. Oh, nice, Morganja. That Stars of Jinyang, or whatever it's called, looks really good. Like, really good. Yeah, Mohammed, you got him. Also, hello. Newton Firrell. You know what? I wouldn't say no to a Newton Firrell. It could be worse. Islin, damn. Is it Islin the just unkillable if you bring the wrong team into arena? Yeah, I got the impression they sit in the same sort of category of very, very difficult to kill. There was a champion ages ago that I thought might fulfill that role as well. Shit, I can't remember his name. I'm sure he had Provoke. Was it Bivald? It was in one of these factions. Oh, don't you love it when you know the champion, you just cannot, for the life of you, remember who it was? Raf Matab. I always kind of assumed Raf Matab would be that sort of champion, but he's kind of not, which is a bit of a shame. I thought with the reflect damage, if you can just make him immortal, then everyone else would kill themselves, but it just doesn't work, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, exactly. Vault champs will be coming out for the Provoke, which I think is kind of interesting. We did talk about it last time on stream. I think it's really weird that they chose Provoke. I was convinced they were going to choose turn meter reduction. That would almost have made a little bit more sense than pulling out some of the Provoke champs. But you know what? If it makes certain champions relevant again, then I'm all here for it. I think it's a very weird thing to pick. However, I think there might be a bonus to using Provoke champions, and that is whenever I do account takeovers, it's very hard to find 3 reliable Provoke champions to do 3 Hydra teams for them. And some Provokers are better than others. They are not equal in any way, shape, or form. Like, Morley is amazing because it's a potential 2-turn Provoke. I think, yep, with the Archer, it's a 2-turn Provoke. So maybe with Provoke kind of entering some sort of PvP meta, maybe we might see a new fusion or a login champion or something that has 2-turn Provoke. And that will really, really help out newer players that are tackling Hydra for the first time. So I think it swings and roundabouts, but I think Provoke could be pretty decent. Anything to balance the game is good, as long as they don't create a huge imbalance in the process. Fucking, what's her name? Thunder Thighs, Trunda. Like, we're gonna fix Hydra and make Trunda teams irrelevant. No, you just made Trunda even more relevant than she was before. So, if it is an actual fix, I'm here for it. And I think everything will be good. Yes, Morganja, I did wonder that as well, because I think one of the biggest culprits for sitting in the vault, which I think mine is probably sat in the vault, yep, is the lizard thing that underwhelmed literally everyone. That could make a lot of sense, and maybe for that reason, maybe they've had this in the pipeline for a little while, or it is just a series of coincidences. Sometimes you can never tell with Raid. Urost, again, very good shout. But Urost could be interesting in PvP. So that's probably a good shout as well. But yeah, a resurgence of Provoke champions is going to help everyone, mainly Hydra. Yeah, Urost, where is he? In the vault, probably. Damn it. The neglect. When attacked, has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on the attacker for 2 turns whenever an ally is attacked, whilst under Strengthen, 50% chance of placing Provoke debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Oh dear. Yeah, that could make the enemy remove their own Mercurial. Increase this champion's max HP by 5% whenever an enemy receives damage from poison placed by him. Whenever an enemy receives poison placed by this champion, also destroys their max HP by 5%. Damn. Damn. That could be... I'll tell you what makes that funny is the enemy are going to remove their own Mercurial stacks rather than you removing it from them, which kind of adds insult to injury, and it's going to remind me of the days when Armands first got released, and you would get absolutely soloed by an Armands in Arena. I wonder if you're now going to get soloed by an Urost because you completely underestimated him. Boshab! Oh man, welcome back. It has been quite an eventful 4 years. That's a long gap. The game must be a completely different game than the last time you were here. That's a big old break. Who else is in? Rice and John, hello. And Steve, greetings. Yeah, with Phantom Touch as well. Oh, Deflect and Phantom Touch. I wonder if it leads to a very weird meta. And you know what? I think we're overdue a weird meta. Because everyone can make... Well, not every player, but everyone can understand what makes up the current meta team. So it would be quite nice to see someone just throw a spanner into that. That would be... That would just be good. That's what we want to see more of. Now, yeah, exactly. I'm always down for a little bit of weird. I'm a fan of strange. I like off-meta tactic stuff. I just think, why not? But, obviously, it's time for a mug plug. So these are available in my shop. You'll find the link all over the channel and stuff like that. So if you haven't got one yet, definitely pick one up. They are awesome. I am going to need another one because I am rinsing the crap out of this. Why are we looking at Urost? Because I think he might have a little place in the new meta with his passive. Yeah, Steve, you got yours, didn't you? Good, man. Make Frost Set good again. I am so down for that. In fact, forget Frost Set. Not that it's a bad set. Wherever it is. Frost Set, fine. 20% chance to place freeze on the attacker. It is all about... Where is it? Frostbite. Blocking freeze debuffs with a 10% chance to place it on the attacker, but only on a 2 set. I think that gives me a lot more flexibility than I need. Ian Godwin, thank you for joining in anyway, buddy. Enjoy your night. It's late for me too, but it's those Americans, man. They keep me up late. Chicken butt. Chicken butt. So, what's going down in Raid Town? Apart from not a lot. We won our siege. None of us thought we were going to win siege, but we ended up crushing them. It's quite a strong clan that we went up against, but maybe they were tanking for the week. Who knows, but we got some goodies out of that. I have decided that I'm not doing S19 anymore. I tried it for 2 more days after last week's stream, and I got so angry, like raging at my computer, like keyboard up in the air, just like smashing it. It just wasn't good for me. I'm getting too old, man. Getting too old. Which blessing is better to use if a champion has continuous heal from their skills? Survival Instinct or Nourish? I would probably, without looking, I would probably say Nourish. Because it... How much does it affect it by? Up to 30% extra on the heal. So I can't maths right now, but 30% of 15%, I think basically will turn a 15% heal into a 20% heal. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. And then the other one is... Survival Instinct. I'd say Nourish. This is Survival Instinct looks like it's only going to affect the champion that has Survival Instinct rather than the entire team. I think you'll get more out of Nourish, and another option would be Miracle Heal for destroying max HP if you're in a situation where max HP is being destroyed. Yeah, Mohammed. So the thing about Iron Twins is it's every player will get to the point where they can just nuke it down without worrying about the tactics. But until then, it's one of those dungeons that punishes you for doing the thing you think you should do. So your natural instinct against a boss like that is to buff up like crazy and get yourself protected. But every buff you receive fills his turn meter. So it puts you in a bit of a tricky spot because once he gets going and that damage ramps up on you with that little, is it Firebrand or Iron Brand or whatever that debuff thing is called? It gets to a point where you just kind of can't outlive it. It's a little bit like they pinched that tactic from the Griffin, the Celestial Griffin in Doom Tower. So it is a little bit of a DPS race. And it's the same across every level rather than just level 15. But max HP is really strong, as well as like unkillable. Is it unkillable or block damage? Might be block damage. He can hit through one of them, but not the other. If you've got any... Yeah, Scrubbalicious, you're not wrong there, man. Like, I am so pissed off with S19. Like, it's been freaking killing me this week. I thought, no, I'll get it done just off stream. No, it's been awful. But yeah, Mohammed, if you've got any block damage on your account, that might help you tank a hit or two. But actually, another option is resistance. It's not going to be the be-all and end-all, but it will prevent your champions getting those stacks too fast, which might allow you to just stay in the fight a little bit longer. Yeah, decrease speed on him, really, really strong. Madonna as the next undead mythical. You know what? Even if they put her behind a paywall, I would buy that. Like, there's a nice little look. There's gaps down here. And she should be void because she is merely void inside now. God, do you remember when Madonna was selling Kabbalah water back in like the late 90s? Oh, how the world has changed. Oh, it definitely can, Scrub. It definitely can. I mean, how long have we got? I got 4 days. I'm not going to do it tonight because I want to keep tonight happy because today was a good Mavara day. But that's the thing. You're not wrong. I know I can do it. If this guy can do it, I can do it. And I say that with love because this guy's way better at raid than I am. But I know it can be done. I just don't have it in me to just... Beef! Belle Delphine water. The one purchase I wish I'd made. But alas, I did not. I don't know whether I'm proud of myself for that or a little bit sad. But it's probably for the best, man. I'd have fucking drunk it or something, wouldn't I? Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a grey beard. In fact, I've hit that age now, because I'm going to be 40 in like 2 months today. I'm going to be 40, which is awesome. I used to only have to shave once a week, and now I have to shave like 3 freaking times a week, man. It's starting to get really boring. It's not my idea of how I want to spend my days. What would be the best skin for who? And why? Right. Couple of contenders. Let's bring up the wife. The way I want it to be is that everyone else's Mavara is fully clothed, but only mine is in this outfit. So I want like baggy jeans and t-shirt for everyone else that has Mavara. But for me, she's got that. That would be a thing. But as for anyone else, do you know what? I think it's time. I actually think it's time that Plarium gave War Maiden some clothing. Like, she's probably cold, man. Clothing and maybe like a haircut. And a different face. Or something. Let's reverse the nudity. And let's get really conservative. But as for skins, maybe some of the Ogrin tribes could have like sexy skins. And then maybe people would pay a little bit more attention to them. Like, where is it? Uugo. Where's Uugo? You know what? Maybe she needs a new... She needs to start looks maxing. Maybe we can up her appeal a little bit. Oh, good man, Scrub. Great pull. Catholic nun Mavara. I was just about to say a nun Mavara. Great minds. Oh, Black Savant, you bet. Now, I know beach volleyball Ogrin wife. Exactly that. You imagine Uugo with her little bum out. It's already half out. Yeah, we need to go down that path. He-Man in a muscle shirt. So, just in reply to Black Savant, I know that we've spoken about this on stream before, and I've not been able to find it since, but do you remember when Ash collabed with that female raid player model lady who was very lovely? And they ranked all of the female champions by looks, and then they did a collab on her channel where they ranked all the male champions by looks. That was fun. I'm glad someone had the balls to come out and do it, because yeah, model, I don't know, I don't mean that in detrimental terms, like she's way hotter than I am, but whenever someone online says they're a model, it's hard to tell what they mean. It's like, do you take selfies on Instagram? Or are you like a model with a contract? And I think there should be a distinction. Because surely that would make me a model. Otherwise, I'm on the internet with my face out. Who took first? Do you know, and this is why I want to remember Beef, because I cannot remember who that woman was, that lady, that nice lady was. And I want to know who they put as first. The spicy model? There was a spicy model? In fact, I'm surprised there hasn't been, and can I say that on stream? Hold on. Yeah, whatever. I'm surprised no one from the only, let's call it Only Dan's, because if I made it, that's what I would have called it. No Only Dan's girls have ever like infiltrated raid and tried to prey on the simps. I mean, it is a lucrative business opportunity. Oh, damn. Well, I never knew that. Maybe there was. I mean, it's a pretty much no-brainer, isn't it? Like, someone's bound to do it. Like, you get a lot of... nowadays, you get a lot of models, whores, that kind of... one of the most recent ones, what do they call it? Cooter maxing. Where they go on like right-wing podcasts and they sit there with their... There's so many words I can't say on YouTube. With their moose knuckle on display. And they say all of these profound talking points to whatever audience they've got in tow at the moment. And they make an absolute shatload of money. So that's... Yeah. I don't think I'm allowed to say this, the other toe. The humped desert animal's foot. I don't know. I can't remember the rules. What's her name? Which one? The Cooter maxing one, or the raid lady that also took pictures of herself in the mirror? Oh my god, like this stream has started off good. We've only been at it for like 25 minutes. Well, I think it's going to be one of those nights, guys. I think it's going to be one of those nights. I don't think it was. See, Morganja, I don't think it was. Because that was one of the first names that pops up. Maybe it was. I don't know. It probably was. My memory is awful for things like that. Anyway, back to the mug plug. Don't make me release private moose knuckle photos of myself. Buy one of these mugs and keep the lights on. And like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Me. Oh, I like a good start. Let's put the fan on. I'm hot, man. Got me all excited, lads. Good lord. That's it. That's it, Mohammed. That's exactly right. I think you are right. You're absolutely right. I didn't think it was Leela Fox. And yes, Chief, I'm trying to get it in XXL. No, okay, Beef, fine. Let's go there, man. You did catch me out there. I do happen to like gear cleansing, but I know that most people don't, which I appreciate puts me in a specific category of raid nerd, weirdo, loser, no life, Mavara simp. But yeah. AC. Bold of you to assume I can afford AC. I've got one of those old little, like, old people fans next to me. It's awesome. It does the job. Let's play some raid. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love it here. Gear cleansing can be harder than house clearing. I'll give you that. Old fan. Nice, Chief. Nice. Okay, let's nuke some quick arena. So that, again, we're not capped. I hate sitting at cap on stuff. It's at that point in my life where it wakes me up in the middle of the night. I'm like, I'm probably at 130 energy. I need to log into raid. Ugh. Let's check Discord. There's always something bad going on Discord. Surprisingly not. Dude, pulled a nuke. Congratulations. Congratulations. So I kind of shot myself in the foot a little while ago when I made that video saying that Titus and Wixwell are a bunch of dump and that everyone should go for Newt instead. And I still stand by that statement. So I'm in the process now on my account where I'm trying to retire Titus and Wixwell. I don't want to use them anymore. I find the team very underwhelming and I want to make Demon Lord a challenge again. So I'm working out a way to build a new Demon Lord team that doesn't involve Wixwell and Titus. So we might even do a little bit of that tonight. Ah, congratulations, Mohammed. Also, Spets, welcome, buddy. No, I know it's easy. I know it's easy. I've really gone off Wixwell and Titus, and it's nothing to do with Wixwell and Titus. It's to do with 3% buff removal in Chimera. And on some of those weeks where I'm not going for trials because I've pulled my hair out, sometimes I like to just hit auto and run Wixwell Titus. But what do they give you? How many? They give you 6 quick battles. Guarantee I'll go through all 6 without getting a good score because someone gets 3%ed. So, yeah. I'm thinking about doing a new team. So I'm taking all of my Chimera rage out on Wixwell and Titus because someone has to take the blame. But there's another layer. There's another layer. I can't pull up the optimizer. But let's look over here. You've probably seen my videos and stuff before where I managed to use 8 champions to do all of the content. I want to see if I can make a reliable clan boss team using only those 8 champions without changing any of their builds. That's my kind of mindset on that. Beef, I am thinking I'll keep him, but I just don't really want to use him anymore. I'm wondering if there might just be a different alternative. Plus, I wouldn't mind stealing some of the Merciless gear that I've got on Titus and putting it on a more deserving champion. Yeah, just sort of... Yeah. Think they've got to go. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the Chimera nerf or change patch, whatever's coming. And I'll tell you what really pissed me off. Whilst I'm ranting, like, I haven't had a rant. Well, I've had about 3 rants this week, but we'll pretend I haven't. Whilst I'm ranting, I was lucky enough the other day that I got my first one of these, the Volcardiac Heart, and I was super happy because I've wanted one of these for a really, really long time. And what I did is I thought, cool, let's chuck it on Wixwell, let's go into Chimera and let's get a better score than I've ever got before. And I promise you, I had to restart it about 9 times because on the first turn, someone got the shield stolen. And it's not that they don't have the... you know, the resistance caps, plus I've got Oella bringing increased resistance. It just pissed me off. It just really pissed me off, and it ruined the hype from pulling the relic. It's not very often something red pops up on screen and you end up going, ugh. So, yeah. Ian Goblin, yes, I do a lot of gear switching, but I've got a video coming out on Tuesday that will make a lot of what I'm saying now make a little bit more sense in regards to gear distribution on my account, because I've been having a proper clear out. Nice, Morganja. I would love to put Senna in one of these slots. Hallowed Hill on Apothecary. That is great. Is that your account that you run only rares? Am I right in thinking that you did that? That's true, Chief. That's very true. I've noticed the Poison Cloud thing with Death Dealer. Yeah, what Scrub said, if we can all just borrow the Senna, that'd be nice. Let's see what happens here. Do we get it stolen? Okay, we don't get it stolen on the first turn for once. Yes, Beef, exactly that. In the same way that they remember what team you used for previous rotations, it would be really nice if they had like a previously on Stag Knight. And it would show you the last 3 gear ones that you got. Damn, Black Savant, I don't know, you must be a sucker for pain. Because running raid with all rares is crazy. Second Titus for 2 Hydras. I can see probably more of appeal with Titus in Hydra. That probably makes a little bit more sense. I like how now that we're streaming, nothing's getting stolen. Thanks, Raid. I'll run it for a couple of minutes, not the whole thing. Yeah, Gestal Gaming can do previous builds. In fact, no, there's some other new little bits coming soon which look really, really interesting as well. Leave Oella alone. Okay, so that time we didn't get anything stolen, so that's a little bit. Yeah, but no fusions. That's... Also, just out of interest, how are you getting on? Like, what's your progress with only rares? Because you can juice rares up pretty strong, but obviously you can't empower them. So there will come a limit. Also, no blessing... Well, not no blessings, but very limited blessings. I think 10 options. I think you get 10 instead of 30. This is the team that I really want to work. I want to do Titus Donny. And the fact that this doesn't work is also making me not want to have a Titus team anymore. Yeah, Steve. They've been doing some really good stuff over at Guest Store. I'm actually super behind because I'm on the Mac version. So I think you guys have actually had another update since I've had mine. Spets, yes, I can't remember what it's called. That's going to bother me. Someone I'm sure in chat will know. But it looks really good. But I think, isn't it like a paid thing and you have to pay per account, or... I can't remember exactly. Oh, Scrub, don't. I've got a 6-star for Senna, but no Senna, and I've had that 6-star for, I think, well over a year now. Oh, we have snacks as well. Sorry, guys. Roddlebot. That's it, Roddlebot. Guys, if you don't know, Bakewell Tarts, Mr. Kipling, absolute bad man. Oh, nice. Is it one of his friends? That's pretty damn cool. Get one of those hits in. Yay, one done. Yeah, I didn't think Roddlebot was free. I thought it was a paid thing. We are Senna-less. And I'll tell you what, I've been doing an account takeover the last couple of weeks, and the guy has 2 Sennas, one 6-star, one 5-star. And it makes me sad. Makes me really sad. But also very happy for him because... See, there you go. Everything got stolen right there. Titus just got stripped. Just like every other run. Oh, Viennese swirls, they're great. They're really good. Oh, yeah, I like one of them. Yeah, I'd like to have an Androck. I don't have one of those either. And I wouldn't be surprised. Where is he? I've got a 5-star waiting for Androck. In fact, chat, you can help me with this. I've got a bit of a dilemma, right? In the shop today is Tection 6-star, and I really want Tection 6-star. But I've only got 221 of these Eternal Soul Essence. I could sell... I would need to sell a lot. I need 4,000 Eternal Soul coins. I could start selling souls and get him. But I don't know. Sell everything. No, I'm not selling everything. It will come around. But look, we've got 6-star Suwei. Like, no one's ever going to use her. Ethos at 6-star, I'll never use, I don't care. I know it's criminal, but I would probably sell Little Miss Annie, because I don't ever really see a scenario where I'm going to get her either. Then there's like Hegemon. I'm not selling Senna. I'm not selling Solinar. Augustin, don't care. Nossen, don't care. Elegaeus, Jingwon. Like, I'm nearly there, but I think I would... And Gwendolyn. I think I would hate myself if I sold all those souls, because you bet your ass the next time I pull a Void Shard, one of those is going to pop out. I am in a pit of bad influence. I'm just impatient. Because who doesn't want Tecteon, wherever he is, with the right gear on? Jesus, Dan, sort yourself out. That, but 15 speed faster. So 377 feels a lot more... I don't know, just feels like the right thing to do. Annie was guaranteed, I didn't know that. And yeah, what Ian said, if I sell those souls, I'm going to pull those champs. But I also agree with what Barrelproof said. I do completely agree. I don't normally sell off souls to buy new ones. But that is mighty tempting. Maybe I'll just wait for the next time he comes around and see how many of these little things I've got. Oh, Mohammed, keep yourself like 40 ancient shards. So there was an event about 3 weeks ago. They usually come every 10 to 12 weeks. So keep your eye out. There will be another one. There always is. Annie is probably the strongest one there. Just for that ability to do those cheesy speed runs. Me too, Morganja. I think some of these champions in the Dorothy Oz thing are actually really interesting. And I like the look of the Tin Man. Can't remember what faction he's in. He doesn't have a heart and I don't have a brain. There he is. He just looks really good. He genuinely looks really, really, really good. Oh, 10 rare tax. That's horrible. I hated pulling 11 sacreds with 11 epics. That always hurts. Do you know what? That doesn't surprise me, Chief. I only know like one knock knock joke. There he is. There he is. There is the swindler. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Yes, Chief. Yeah, exactly, Steve. The law's all backwards. The law is all backwards. He's got a fire heart. He should have been called fucking Polara. That's exactly the one I was going to tell Chief. And I know where this is going. Not little Susie. Oh yeah, no, not in front of Swindler. Yeah, not yeah, trauma time. PTSD. This has been an interesting stream and we haven't even been live for an hour. That's what we like to see. Bad. All right, let's just run that team just for one so that we're not capped again. What's interesting, Chief, is I've always told it not with Susie, and the reason I was going to say it is because we were just talking about Annie, and it was why did little Annie fall off the swing? So, anyway, in other news... Hold on. In other news, Tuesday, so today, what's today? Sunday, of course it is, we're live. On Tuesday, we will be doing live streams from the PlayStation. I got it all set up now. And I'm going to start playing some different games for a bit of fun. We're still going to do Raid. Obviously, that's still the core. But as of Tuesday, it's new games. So I'm probably going to stream Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. See how it goes. Those will be games that aren't Raid. And then... well, we'll go from there. You never know. It might do well. If it does too well, then Raid might have to take a bit of a backseat for a while. No, I'm starting with the new Alien game that's coming out on Tuesday, Alien Fireteam Elite 2. And then what I really want to play is Alien Isolation, because I've never played it before. And I'm really, really, really bad at anything that's scary. Like, I suck at horror movies. And considering Alien Isolation is designed to just, like, fucking scare you, I think it's going to be hours of trauma. Trauma. Steve, let me explain. Right. There she is. The wife. Let's make her nice and big. So this one here is actually your choice. You get Uugo at level 10, Phoenix at 20, Fayne at 30. You get Dorothy from login, and you get the chance to have a different legendary of your choosing. So you've got like Sun Wukong, 2 Hanorak. You know, I'm probably going to go Pelops. And you've got Padraig, Cheshire Cat, Tholin. Lots of different options. That's why I left the question mark there. But more than anything, it was just an excuse to make yet another AI image of Mavara. I have no shame, but I also have no regrets. Oh, don't stand up, Chief. That's not going to help anyone. Cowardly Lion would be good, but like with all promo codes, I think we'll probably see Cowardly Lion pop up in, I don't know, 4 to 8 weeks time, like after the fusion. We'll probably see him pop up as a starter link. But yes, guys, use the Mavara link because it's going to be very, very awesome. I've been doing like little pictures all day. This one, I'll give you 2 guesses to why I used that picture. I have, Mohammed. I have. Exactly, Steve. Exactly, Steve. Has she got a mark on her things, or is that just my screen? I think she's got a dirty boob. Yep. Yep, she has. Exactly. Exactly, Swindler. That's what it is. It's exactly what it is. But yes, I did fuse 2 of these so far. Yeah, where is Sunshine? It's a love mark. That's exactly right. Norma Dent. Yep. So am I right in thinking that maybe Cobb did a video exclusively on this champion? I like the little bear that she's got. I feel like they've made a run of champions that just look like Godseeker and Eerie. You've got Godseeker and Eerie, you've got the Manslayer, and you've also got Noelle. It's the same chick, different haircut, different battle scars. Just a support. Okay. I must admit, when I first looked at her kit, I didn't really think there was too much to write home about, especially for a Void in a new faction. You would have thought the Voids would be particularly special. All right, Tiki, nice to see you, buddy. Well, exactly, Beef. There might be a couple of reasons that this champion is good. I don't know what they are because I haven't used her yet. She got bigger arms than you, Beef. Look at that. She yoked. Right, where are we? 22 minutes from the reset. Yeah, I agree with that, Chief. I agree with that. Oh, we haven't done Faction Wars. There we go. Let's put ourselves through the misery of Demon Spawn. Oh, and I deleted some of my presets today, so this is not going to be fun. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. I've got a funny feeling we're not going to get through it with this team. Are they just going to cut in? Is that what's going to happen? Yep. Right, Tiki, in my defense. In my defense. Because I'm running Mac, I don't have all of the latest features from the optimizer yet. Plus, I am not running the optimizer whilst I stream because it pretty much puts my computer over the edge. And not in a good way. Are you having a hard time, Steve? That was absolutely useless. Thank you. Now you can revive him. I really hate going up against Lazarius, if I'm honest. And Romantu. And Sulfurion. So, right, Morganja. I am totally team Countess Lix because she was my first ever legendary. And I was making jokes a little while ago that her with the Chrono Cube has got meta written all over it for breaking stacks. So when Croyson did a video recently, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I think she could have some very good use in a deflection set. Like really, really strong. I think that could be good. Yes, they both kind of scream that. Never spreads both the damn buffs. Yeah, exactly. She's just absolutely designed to remove Mercurial. And I do think that in a Chrono Cube, if you can get an immediate extra turn, not only can you strip the Mercurial, but then you can also land block active skills, plus reset the cooldown of your, I don't know, speed lead or something. I think there's a lot of really good potential in there. Do you know what objective? I couldn't say for sure because I don't have Palace. But I do know that Mavara and Palace combined is very, very strong. Plus, having not used Lion, I don't really know. I know, Chief. I know you do. Right, this frickin' wave. Okay, we should be alright. Please spread it. Good. Passive spread. This guy. I can never remember his name. I've got him, and I hate him. But he hurts. It's the extra turn one. It is. Ouch. Ouch. This freaking Aragaz? I don't know. But now we're totally cooked. Yep, we so cooked. Because when he counterattacks, or just attacks, we all start dying. Yeah, Dur the Hungerer, he's great. One of my favorite things about Dur the Hungerer is when Scratch, the YouTuber, says Dur the Hungerer in his accent. It's so awesome. Oh, we're getting beat down. Yep, it's another one dead. We need a revive. And now this guy's going to go... Okay, not so bad. Yeah, Mavara fan club. It's legit. Oh my god. Wow. We got monumentally fucked. There isn't a polite way of putting it. Jesus. Jesus. How unbuilt. Okay, that might... Yeah, okay. And I've deleted the preset. Nice. Nice. I am a frickin' idiot. Lixie needs a ring. Bit of that. Let's try that again. Spread debuffs off the wrecker. Yeah. That's a fine point. Let's put them on. Good. Very good. Pretty admirable nukes from Kurosa, I will say. But I'll tell you what, if there's another mug I'm going to make, it's just going to say, I hate faction wars. Because it is miserable. Is Polara worth it? Probably. Do I feel like I'm going to get her? Probably not. I don't know what AI crap you mean, Steve. Big Nuke Carosa. Good girl. Yeah, I can see a reason for that, Chief. Do I think it's worth having dupes of Rhea or Varkos? Now, yes, but once the Proving Grounds is finished for this rotation, I would say probably not, just empower them. I don't really see there's much of a reason to have two of them. But then, I don't know. No spread. Awesome. I think we won't use the block damage. We'll use that. For Joan, I've never used her, but she looks very good. Quite hard to build. And yeah, what Beef just said, I've been a bit disappointed by Varkos damage. I put him in like the best of what I can. And if I'm honest, it just never really feels like enough. Yeah, Morganja, that would be nice, but clearly the way it's going is it's trying to encourage sort of late game spenders into getting all of the fusions done and all of the Wizard of Oz champions done, because they're the ones that are going to be in the next pool. So rather than seeing them go backwards, I can only really see them trying to attempt to go forwards. But yeah, do they release 5 grand? That's very true. Maybe at some point they will go back. Right, let's get Raka debuffed. Passives, good. Let's get rid of Raka. This incoming provoke is a problem, so let's do that. Yeah, I wish he had more damage. I just find him... I find him very underwhelming. And that's a shame, because he was very hyped. He came out alongside Talena, and Talena is pretty much beast mode. I found him a little bit... How, Swindler? You're like a member and everything. My one member that's not surprised? Subscribed. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, Chief. I guess everything does balance out, but... I don't know, man. I kind of went all in for Varkos, and I kind of walked away from it going... Was that the greatest decision I ever made on my raid account? I don't think it was. But I've put him in like the best defense damage dealing gear I've got, and I've still never gone, wow, look at that nuke. Wait, I've just realised that Nogdar is going to absolutely push my shit in a second. Let's make him not. Good. That's good, good, good. Yeah, gaze or lens would definitely change it. I don't know what I think because of Proving Grounds, I've got him running in a golden elixir just to stay alive. But it's never enough. Right, you do that. This is miserable. Why is a Faction Wars stage taking so long? Damn. He's nasty, that guy. Okay, good. Spread it around a bit. Duchess is always going to be the queen. Every time I think, oh, is she a little bit power crept? She kind of keeps me alive in situations like this. Still not pulled out. I've been lucky. I pulled 2 of them. Okay, that's better. I can't really think of a more, like, appropriate reviver for something like Faction Wars. She brings a lot to the table. I'm still getting pushed out of tag, so at the end of this stream I must do like a few tag fights. Oh, you got Theo. Nice. Nice. That's a champion I would really like. Theo and Galathir I think would be really good for my account. Just need like a PvE and PvP crossover replacement sort of champion. I would have celebrated too. I definitely would have celebrated that. Yeah, Steve, me too. Galathir would be pretty much game-changing. Only because I feel like he could go so many places on my account. Yeah, give me some mythicals. Not, what is it, 37? Remnant shards without a mythical. That's starting to sting now. Today on the Shamail show, wouldn't it be nice if Shamail just counterattacked once rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times? Strange little champion that he is. Guys, do you remember your first legendary? Because mine was Countess Lix. And actually, I got Astralon as my 3rd legendary. So I was really lucky. I got to play with a sort of duo quite early on. I went Countess Lix, Vizier, Ovelis, and then Astralon. Big un, nice. So true, Chief. It's so true, Beef. Yeah, or do it at the speed he does that A2 at. Just UDK, then Rhonda. That's decent. Alice, nice. Danag. Which one is Danag? Is he undead? Is he right in front of me? Orc. Thank you very much. Ah, there he is. I don't have him. He's cool. He reminds me a little bit of World of Warcraft. Oltan, that's another one. And then what was the one that paired with Oella? Yeah, Oltan of the Shell. That was a little bit not great. I think UDK is an amazing, amazing champion. Beef, you got Norog. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I got lucky when and funny thing is, when you first start raid, like Chief said, nowadays you're so used to just starting with a legendary that back in the day, most people's first legendary, if you want to be real, was going to be what's her name? Scylla the Drakes at 6 months playing. And I think I didn't get my first legendary until after Scylla the Drake. So technically, Syl would have been first. But it's like a different way of playing now. It was raid was just different. And oh, let's not pull those. Oh no, we can. You know, I like raid now. I like where the game is going in some ways, but so I've got a video coming out on Thursday, and it's going to be all about what I call a doom loop, or a system that is designed to fail. Now, I'm not like the maths guy, but there is a lot of maths in the video, so don't kill me when I get it wrong. But it's going to be addressing something that I know we've spoken about on stream a lot, and that's going to be accessories. And I think I have found a legitimate way of fixing accessories. And to tie it in with what I was talking about how raid is kind of changing, there are certain parts of this game where if they continue to go down the path that they are going down, they are going to kind of like multiply themselves out of, I don't know what you would call it, like relevance or something like that. And I think it's time that raid implement some of these like multiplicative changes so that they don't shoot themselves in the foot every single time and try and fix the problem with a linear solution. So it's a video all about multiplicative versus linear in terms of accessories and game design. It will make more sense on Thursday. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a few little doom spirals going on in raid, and if they don't address them now, they're going to make them worse by attempting to address them. Trunda in Hydra is a really good example. Potentially provoke against Mercurial might also be a good example. We won't know until it actually happens. Yeah, Chi-Chi, I think we all want a Kratos collab. I can't think of a more fitting thing. Plus, isn't there some news lately that Dave Bautista is going to now be the Kratos in the TV show? Is it a TV show, not a movie? And Raid are very good at jumping on collabs whenever there's a new movie coming. He-Man and Masters of the Universe is a good example of that. So maybe that could be interesting. Alan Brown, how do you counter a strong predator? A lot of it is hope. A lot of it is hope. That is not the best answer, but it is kind of the answer. If you've got Carnage and you happen to get block passives on him, then it's Goodnight Predator. He can do nothing. Locking him out is probably your best chance with like a Fabian, Tecteon, Crixia, what's her name, Talena. But again, there is always the chance that the lockout won't actually land. Yeah, Black Savant, the TV show, is going to be absolutely dump. We know it is. Narcies would one-tap a Pred. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. If Pred doesn't fucking block. Yeah, Yumeko is probably the best. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Chief, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat because I was ranting about Predator. Ah, I don't want energy. Shouldn't have clicked that. We get Dorothy's little red shoes. Tomorrow is Dorothy. So are we all going to pull Dorothy outside of a champion event? Yeah, see, I really like Last Laugh Amulet for that reason. Like 100%. Noelle and Nick. That's solid. Right, let's just chuck some... Oh, we have to burn some energy first, so we'll do twins. Burn some energy, and then I'll get my ass beat in Live Arena for a little while. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's personal CVC, I agree, Chief. We will talk about that for sure, for sure. You might even get an XXXXL coffee cup if frickin' Fourth Wall pull their finger out. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's my charming personality, but I've got this habit of getting like absolutely nuked when it comes to like products pending and not being approved because I've broken some sort of community guideline. First, and so the problem is it's I can't sign them because I don't handle any of the any of them, but I've got a plan for that I'll talk to you about as well, not on stream. Not on stream at all. It won't be good. Steve will roll his little eyes at me. No, I didn't troll you. It's just that so each product that I add, it has to go through like a pending and approval process. And the only one that's not approved is the large mug. Like the extra large mug. For some reason, it's not approved. I've sent them emails. How weird, Steve. That's totally weird. Exactly, Spets. I don't know what AI system is in charge of approving it. It's a fucking mug with writing on it. It's not offensive. There's no swearing. There's no nudity. It's got my name on it. Like, it's hardly like I've, Oh, it's not like I put, like, Mavara's boobs on it or something. I can see how they might have a problem with nudity. There's no deep fake element. I'm not insulting anyone. Pint of coffee is crazy, though. I don't think I would fare well with a pint of coffee. Also, from last week, guys, you'll know I've been dethroned by this little guy. All in. Good on him. At some point in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have to get my pride back. Ah, where can we burn some energy? Let's do Sand Devil. We'll do 5. Yeah, you would have thought. I did actually think that, Steve. You know what the world is like in this day and age. The people that don't want you to be hateful are the most hateful people alive. Gaming lifestyle, I think there is a healthy element. Body snatchers. Facts. Exactly. Exactly. That's how I like to look at it. I'm still just amazed that somehow I didn't turn this channel not into a raid channel, but a politics channel. That's why I got like a camera and a microphone. It's like I've got things to say. And then I thought, can I be bothered with the aggro of one portion of society up my arse all the time because I told the truth? I haven't got enough money for the security. Oh, Alan Brown, congratulations. It is a little garden that's been grown here. It's very nice. Hitting 5k recently was nuts. I never thought... Well, I didn't really know what was going to happen when I started. I made a video for someone that was in my old clan because when you type in raid chat, there is obviously a limit of how much you can actually write. So I thought, right, rather than typing it in Discord, let's make a video. And that's how the channel was born. It's weird how things happen. All I was explaining, actually, ironically, was how Shamail's counterattack worked if you pair him up with Lydia in Hydra. And now here we are. It's great. You hate that, Marius. Oh yeah, Mohammed, my origin story. If I say it enough times, something will happen. How long have I been playing Raid for? What was it? It was that little achievement, class of 2020. So probably, yeah, about 6.5 years-ish, something like that. Wait a minute, because I don't have Guest or Optimizer open, I might need to put a few champions in their proper gear for some arena. Let's just hit and hope. I've got a funny feeling Fabian isn't built. Where is he? Oh, he is built. Okay. Let's just do just a quick check, guys, so I don't completely embarrass myself. Built, built. Yep, yep. Johnny needs his gloves. Marius, yeah. Okay, we're good to go. Nice. Oh, that's a pain, Alan. That is... Yeah, that's a royal pain. Chief, so you know me, I don't watch other creators, but I do see the thumbnails. Is it the one where he lets someone play his raid account for 24 hours or something like that? Like, I haven't seen... And is it Vulcan? I'm sure I saw it. It's like, world's #1 raid player plays my account. And I'm like, okay. Let's go that. And then we'll pull in... You'll bring in Mavara. You're planning on Res. Let's see what happens. The web. The web. Solinar, yay! My favorite. Ban. Be gone. As you can see, we did not do the live arena season this time round. I think the only arena we've done on stream. So we're not getting it this time. We'll do it. We'll pick a leader, man, for... Mavara? Okay, good. It's working. Avoiding liability. Yes, that is basically the trade term. Okay, Mavara resist, that's fine. Let's go... that. Yeah, you got stunned. Nice, nice, nice. Let's not get too cooked by Narcies. I wish we could report AFKers as well. Like, legitimately, I really would like to be able to do that. Like, I get that it's not the end of the world, and once again, I'm going to call back to that Nubraids video where he called, not me out personally, but I felt called out. When he said, anyone that gets pissed off by players taking too long in arena, I'm paraphrasing and dramatizing, something along the lines of, like, need to sort their lives out. He wasn't wrong. I'm not saying he was wrong. Okay, let's go for him. Yeah, we get the spread. Awesome. I get pissed off by it. I mean, when I'm streaming, it's alright, because I've got you guys, and we can just take the piss out of the person that is AFK, and that's kind of funny. But it is a bit of a piss take. Okay, Narcy's down. This guy's fine, he's got Enfeeble. Block actives. We can do that. And we can do that. Very nice. Do we reckon they'll bring Ninja back again? Sorry, just to come back up the chat. Talking about Ninja. Because they brought him back once. So far, he's like the Jon Snow of Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, objective. I'll show you after this. It's not a fantastic Fabian build. Because I see more often than not he gets banned. Well, now that I've got Tecti on, he gets banned a little bit less. But I diverted some of my best gear away from Fabian. And now I just run him, I think it's 4-piece Supersonic, 4-piece Stone Skin. With about 360 speed, maybe something like that. Which is still very strong stats, but compared to the other ones, it's not quite as strong. So they got the Garrel. We need to deal with the Garrel. Everything else is fine. Let's get ahead. Obama in the Dark Elves. Everyone is in some sort of protection. So let's get rid of Garrel. It's probably the biggest threat on that team. Weird they get rid of the Marius. How bizarre. Yeah, Bill would have to be in the Barbarians. Or Skinwalkers, because he's a little rat. Although, sometimes you've got to give credit where it's due, just for pure entertainment. Bill Clinton was the first time in my life that I ever saw like an adult scandal in like political terms. But what was her name? Monica Lewinsky, was that her name? That was wild. That was like absolutely wild. There is the Fabian build, by the way. So it's 4 supersonic, 4 stone skin, 369 speed, giggity, and 723 accuracy. Mars bar. The account takeover I'm working on at the moment, he's got a +4 6-star Fabian, and I swear it's like 439 speed. It's evil. I have not lost a speed race yet. £200 from Latvia. Big boy. I don't drink anymore. I really don't drink anymore. I probably should. If he's going to play the Void game and brings in what's his name? Odin, that might be a wee bit problematic. We'll do that and then hope and cope our way through the end of it. I will do takeover stuff. One of the main reasons I don't is because I always forget to ask the people that I'm doing takeovers for whether it's okay if I stream their stuff. Some of them tell me up front, and that's super helpful, but I'm really bad because I forget to ask them. I reckon they... Is there any point in... I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to ban Crixia, but she does my Sweden. I'd probably ban the Garrow if I was them. Ban the Fabian. Interesting. Weird play. Oh, B-Money, there you are, buddy. He's the one with the really sexy Fabian. Like, beyond sexy Fabian. It shouldn't be allowed. I might do that, actually, in a bit, B. Pull it up, see where we've got to. Yeah, so it teaches me a lot about the game as well. And on B Money's account, he's got a, what's he called? Sigfriend. What a freaking champ. Bloody hell. That I was never that interested in Sigfriend until I used your account, and now I really, really want a Sigfriend. Let's see if we can get a strip. Nice. Big strip. Big strip. I didn't see if the Predator got locked out, but I'm assuming we're going to find out. Yeah, he is a one-man, just animal. Please say he got locked out. Good, he did. Good, even better. Yeah, I'll use my remaining arena tokens, then I might jump on your account. That'd be kind of fun. Good man, B. I recorded you a personal video today, by the way. Because I was trying to type everything out. I was like, right, these are what I recommend we do moving forward. And in the end, I'm like, no, I'm just going to do a video. Might go down as one of the worst videos I've ever made. But in that regard, you could argue it's one of the best videos I've ever made. So I'm going to send that to you. Hello, Jeff. I do like a brutal joke. This is why I want like 100,000 subscribers, so I can tell all the jokes I really want to tell on stream that I'm not allowed to tell on stream. Maybe I should start a separate channel. Yeah, this is true. I can just vicariously... What I should do, Chief, is send you all of my jokes ahead of time. And you can vet them for me. They're definitely going to ban Tection. So we need a way of being a real pain in the dick. And it might end up being Nell or Predator. No, man, I didn't order a rotisserie. I'm too poor because I spent all my money on a new computer that is still not arrived yet. But that thing looks good. Like, oh. I think my year in Raid would be you guys just watching me get really fat because I ate too much chicken. But those things look so good. Ah, we got a Maria. That's a problem. Maria in 9-piece Mercurial is a Lady of the Night. Yeah, I'll have to dig it out, Chief. I've got it written down somewhere, all the words I'm not allowed to say on stream. I assume it changes by the minute. Oh, stone skin, interesting. And we got... Ah, we might be able to get rid of some of it. Praying. Good. Please, Mavara, don't boost Maria into Marius. Hilvy, don't strip Predator and freeze him. Good. Very nice. Let's go that to... Good, good, good. Say goodnight. Thank you very much. Lovely. Speaking of like arguing with Alexa, and Chief just messaged me on Discord, so I remember. Arguing with AI is like one of my favorite things to do now, because I don't know where this has come from, but in the last week or two, my ChatGPT has started to get really sassy. I don't know what update it got, but it calls me out on absolutely everything to the point of I read it and I'm like, are you actually for real? I pay you £20 a month and this is what you talk to me like. It's kind of great. I wouldn't want it to change, but it is so weird that something has changed. It's now got really, really sassy. And I'm nice to ChatGPT because on the off chance AI takes over the world and fucks us all up like the Matrix, like I don't really want to get turned into a battery. That's not really the way I want to go out. So I always say like please and thank you. But if it's going to start being sassy to me all the time, then we might have to slightly rearrange the arrangement. He'll switch. It's just how I feel. Honestly, it's rude. I love it, but I hate it. Are you going to ban the Tection? Of course you are. Ah, leaving 2 blues. That's problematic. I do need a minder. That is accurate. I can't be left to my own devices. Double weak hit, you absolute shithouse. There's a lot of things I need, Chief. One of those Ronco rotisseries is at the top of my list, though. Game changer. Right, we've got 1 turn to kill... What's his name? What is his name? Nice. Nice. That's his name. There's he down. Thank you very much. If you could get turned to stone, that would have been great. But never mind. It is chicken, Steve. And it looks so good. Yeah, no, I can't do 2 things at the same time. PvP is brutal. Right, let's get a legendary book. Nope. Of course not. Right. Let's jump over onto B's account and let's see what's going on. I'm going to put the stream on, be right back, because I don't want to share any details, so just bear with me 1 sec, guys. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Okay, that took a little bit longer because I thought I'd greet you with a new champion that's been added to Raid, and that is Dorothy, spelled D-D, Dorothy. And I'm only trying to get someone's attention in chat because I'm surprised he's not here. Where is second? This is your creation. Double Dorothy. This is the champion we were all hoping for. State of that. Anyway. Oh, it's that night. Sorry, guys. Normally it's more constructive around here than this. Right. They were some serious doubles. They were some tremendous... Look, this is what we got. How disappointing. There we go. At least we're now spelling her name right. And now every time you think of Dorothy, you're going to think of physics. Right, let's do a quick run through. So, this account is awesome because it has a tremendous roster with lots of mythicals, a little bit of empowerment, some bloody good legendaries, to be honest, and a man that is addicted to soulstones in the same way that I am. So the takeover I've been doing on this account is my big like overhaul takeover, where what we really wanted to do was to ungear all of the champions, rebuild it from the kind of top down or bottom up, depending on your preference. And yes, definitely guilty. And the main thing I really wanted to get done on this account is exactly the same thing I did on my own account, which is using the fewest amount of champions to do the most amount of content. And his teams look very, very, very similar to mine. But where I've got Marius, he's kind of got Sigfried. And he's got 3 newts, which is jealousy inducing. So yeah, I basically stripped the account all the way back, kind of ungeared just about everyone, and then started from scratch. A couple of the builds that you already had on the account were amazing, so I didn't touch them. Like, this one is untouchable, it's so good. But yeah, the general aim of the game, do more by using less, and then that way we can take all of this other gear and all of these other champions and allocate that gear into something a little bit more fun, rather than constantly struggling to kind of gear champions in the moment and breaking kind of builds all of the time. So the main core is done. The next thing I'm going to work on, which is going to be today, like Monday, so after I've slept, where we are going to do... In fact, this could be kind of fun for the stream, actually, because I've been racking my brain about this one. I want to build 3 Hydra teams, and so far I've come up with these. Now, I can pull up a little bit of the roster, but it doesn't show you it all. But the general aim of the game is speed lead in each team, a very reliable provoker in each team, a way of getting around the head of... Is it Torment, the one that puts True Fear on you? So there's Perfect Veil here, Shamail there, and Shamail there. Block buffs on each team, and then a nuker. So that's kind of been my kind of way of doing it. So I'm just catching up with chat because I've been muling. But yeah, we can't do the keys because they're already done, but these are what I think the Hydra teams are going to be. This top one is not that much different than my Hydra team, and that gets pretty big boy points. As for going down the ladder, I'm not entirely sure. I'm jealous of your +4 Shamail, by the way. Technically a plus, what's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Shamails. That's brutal. Steve, I would consider doing it for you. Saoirse, fucking, she's a little powerhouse. She's so damn good. Probably the best money I've ever spent in Raid. But she does kind of just fit. Wherever you put her, she just kind of fits. So I like to run her in bolster. It's kind of a little guilty pleasure of mine. Because while she is like 9.5 out of 10, the only thing stopping her being a 10 is literally all you've got to do is look at her funny and she just dies. She's incredibly squishy, but she'll go anywhere. She's great in Spider. She will even fit in Fire Knight, which is quite rare for like most champions, because she's got that A1 triple hit. But the non-removable block burn, HP burn, is absolutely disgusting. So she goes in Dragon very nicely, plus the passive, you deal 10% more damage to enemies under HP burn. So it's a little bit, it's almost a little bit like the way Mavara can increase your team's damage by bringing further into the mix. And it just makes things good. Anne Summers, where did we get Anne Summers from, for fuck's sake? Oh, it was Chief. I thought, Steve, you just came up with Anne Summers. I'm looking at... I mean, maybe. It is a little bit Anne Summers, unless I've missed the joke. But yeah, she's so good, man. She fits. I've probably got a nice... We got some good... Got any good Saoirse pictures? Nah, nothing spicy. Sorry, lads. Nothing spicy for Searsha. But yes, back to the takeover. So now that we've got the core running properly again, and we're starting to run through all of the presets, the key here is now going to be have a global preset for maybe like 10 different things that you might need. And then get Marius. That's the biggest thing. Well, probably the only thing holding this account back at the moment is the lack of Marius. But we are nearly there. We are so nearly there. 22 out of 60. It is this today, so B, sorry buddy, but I'm going to run this in the background. Just so that we get a little bit closer to the points. Let's just... I haven't got the optimizer open, so I can't quick equip everything. Newt 1 is in, Newt 2 is in, and I think Kaimar shouldn't really matter. Right, let's background battle that. So yeah, stage 15 of Iron Twins, we're going to get that done. Endaba, welcome, buddy. Yeah, Scrub, I noticed that last week she was not good for Chimera Trials. I got quite a lot of mythical mats, but I couldn't tell you how many times I had to restart it. It made me want to use Titus. Like, seriously. And it takes quite a lot to make me want to use a Titus team. I have to have basically lost my shit, and only then. So now we got to finish top 5 in a tournament group. Have we already had Ice Golem for this fusion? If we haven't had Ice Golem, then tournaments are usually pretty easy for Ice Golem because no one does Ice Golem. No, cool. It's next week, isn't it? It's the final gear event. It's the final dungeon event for this fusion, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, B, I'm just collecting all the stuff because red dots in Raid make me go mad. Wednesday. Cool. I have a song. It's called, oh, shit. That was a good way to start a sentence. Is it Gimme Dat Ding? And I used to have it playing in my head when I used to play World of Warcraft when we would beat bosses and watch the loot drop. And I play the exact same song in my head every time we pull shards. Right, that is the twins. So yeah, the general idea, maybe I will load up the optimizer in a minute so we can see. It might crash the stream, but hey ho. Can we basically do every single thing that exists on this page without Proving Grounds and Event Dungeon using like 10 champions max? That's the one, Chief. Oh, good man, B-Money. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. If not, the Ice Golem 10 team I made you will probably get you there pretty quick. How hard did we champion chase? Nice. Nice. That's my kind of champion chase. Have I crashed raid? I think I might have crashed raid. Nope. Okay. But if there's one thing I'm not looking forward to doing on this account, it's going to be the accessory cleanse. Because that is just... I genuinely think it might take me a whole day to do the accessories, but that's fine. Luckily, you've got a lot of standard accessories, and the vast majority of these can probably just go. But cleansing accessories is... I've actually got another video coming out on that later in the week. That might be Wednesday's video. It's going to be fine. Where's that? sexy ass Fabian. Oh, so 420 speed Fabian. That is just monstrous. At some point before the end of your takeover, I really want to put this Fabian in a 4-piece supersonic. I mean, on the off chance he doesn't go first, he's probably going to go first anyway. But, yeah. It means that he's going to just get that cut in every single time. So yeah, what you're looking at here is an absolutely awesome account. And surprisingly, I don't know, B, when you started playing Raid, I might have asked you this. So 2025. So it's not actually that old an account. And you're one of the only takeovers I've done where I haven't loaded up your account and gone, oh, there's so many mistakes. You've somehow got like 90% of it right. And that took me years to get there. Like years and years and years. A little immortal visage. Nice. See if the Demon Lord one is still there. Let's run it. Yeah, no, for real. Like, there's just not... When I first logged onto the account, I was like, I don't know what you actually want me to do. Most of this is looking really, really good. And... yeah, it's been more of a tidy up, hence our thing about the raid maid. Just kind of getting things into an order that basically makes your life easier every time you log into the game. One thing I'm still working out how to do is to how to send you my Gestal Gaming profile for your account. I've worked out how to do it, but I need to kind of test it first. And then that way it will have all of the team presets that I made on your account and stuff. I've done so much optimizer stuff for it, as well as cell filters for your gear and bits and bobs like that. So we will get that sorted. I just need to work out how to do it. The guys at Gestal told me how to do it, but yeah. What, do a video on how to export? I would have to ask Gestal. I'm not entirely sure it was intended to be done. So I'll have to ask the guys if it's okay for me to make a video about it. Because... hold on. Hang about. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. So it was... And bearing in mind, I'm on a Mac, so I don't know... So as you can see, when I hold a little button down... the hidden library appears on a Mac, so whatever it is on PC, I don't know. But among this, I think it's... I'm kind of going off of memory a bit here. It's something to do with this, where your accounts are within Gestal. And there is one file in everything called metadata. And as you can see, this one is his username with the B-Money here. And I think for B-Money, I would have to send you this JSON file, and you would have to replace your JSON file with this one. Now, guys, don't quote me on that. And if you start pulling that file out of your optimizer, it's probably going to fuck up the optimizer. So that's just my understanding so far. But yeah, if it... I think the reason they might not want people to do that is because then people might break their profile of the optimizer, and who are those people going to run to complaining? They're going to run to Gestal, and that's probably going to mean they're going to have 24-hour people on standby going, look, you've replaced a file, blah, 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 blah. I don't think their intention was to run a 24-hour tech support. So, yeah, I'll check with them if it's okay, but it should be in their best interest, yeah. As far as I'm aware. Why are we at half speed? There we go. No, we're not half speed. Good. But yeah, I want to just make sure that that's okay. Oh, Scrub. I think, yeah, my Fabian sat at, was it 369? But a lot of it is down to the fact that I don't want to... like put all of my best gear on Fabian because he just gets banned all the time. Yeah, for sure. But I'm sure they'd be fine as long as I put in the video, guys, if you take this file out, it's going to wipe your entire everything. But that app is absolutely incredible, especially... Hold on, let's... Ah, it's not showing up for me now, hold on. No, it's not showing up for me. All of the back-end stuff is really cool because it's all built on JSON. So if anyone in this chat happens to be a user of LLMs, it's not too difficult to allow an LLM into your optimizer. It can take a snapshot of your account, also read major amounts of metadata from RAID, and there's nothing to say that you couldn't basically make the LLM run your RAID account through the Gestalt optimizer. Now, there are inevitably going to be security roadblocks from RAID's end in there, but if you can run an LLM, it can learn RAID using Gestalt in seconds. So it might know more about your account than you will ever know about your account, which is kind of scary in some ways, but also very interesting because you could say, look at my roster, look at the gear on every champion, look at the masteries, the blessings, literally the relic, the amount of resources I've got, the amount of chicken, like it snapshot your entire account. And you could say, right, build me a 21 turn team for Fire Knight Hard on 10. And it would probably be better than every content creator combined and every player in RAID combined. It would be nuts. Like absolutely and utterly nuts. So yeah, if you are an LLM user, there is a way into RAID through the optimizer. But I know nothing about LLMs. I had a play and it crashed my computer. Yeah, define trust and like, it's tricky. Because you've got liability and responsibility. So the... Yeah, well, yeah, not using third parties. I think with RAID, because this is another thing the Gestalt Gaming guys have been really conscious about, is not breaching the terms of use of RAID, because obviously then their optimizer would be flagged as cheating, and then loads of people get their accounts banned, which wouldn't be good for business. But they seem to stick within the confines of what they are allowed to do, and every time they do an update, I know full well they check with Plarium first and just say, look, this is what's happening. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, I think Gestalt Gaming is an official RAID content creator. I think he's in the Plarium partner program. Why no third party? I mean, I was always worried about them, especially with stuff like RSL. But then, yeah, I get that. Where is the fun in that? I do get that. I think it could be, and this is very selfish of me, but it could be great for account takeovers. I could be like, this is what I think an account should be. This is the account that you've got access to. Is it plausible? Like, is there a chance in hell that I can do that with this account? Because one of the things I really struggle with doing account takeovers is someone will message me and they'll say, hey, Dan, can you build me a team for Fire Knight 10? I want to get Marius. And I go, okay. But then I get on their account and I think there is no way in hell that this account can do Fire Knight 10. So using an LLM plus Gestalt as a kind of like a triage, would that be the right word? Like a, you know, tell me all the information about this account, everything that I need to know. before I actually do the proper takeover. It could be like diagnostics. I didn't know Amazon did a thing with Raid. Oh no, they fucking did. I know they did. I remember now. Removed HH, yeah, and RSL. Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes total sense. I would have done exactly the same. And given to you. Brilliant. Of course he was. I forgot about the Amazon collab they did. It was Prime Gaming, wasn't it? Amazon Prime Gaming? Or something like that. As soon as you said Gembo, I'm like, yeah, no, I kind of remember now. Obligatory mug plug, because do it. You got to get one, guys. It's so good. I think in all the time that I've played Raid, I've never actually had to raise anything with Plarium. But I did do... where do you get one? If you look on my channel under the About section, there is a link. Under my new player promo link stuff, there is another little link for... It's a Fourth Wall website link. Or something like that. I forgot what I was going to say there. I cut myself off. Ah, brain. Fuck it. Why not? But yeah, B Money, I'm not going to repeat everything that I'm going to send in the video for. That was a huge Titus hit, by the way, 41 million. But yeah, I'll get that video over to you when I've kind of finished. I remember what I was saying now. Thank you, Retalk. As soon as Endaba dropped his message, I remembered it. So this was me being a bit nosy, and it's now something I don't do, and this is definitely something that I will say to B Money as well. Whenever I go on certain takeover accounts, some of the accounts are part of the Raid Supreme Club, and I didn't know what Raid Supreme Club was until I did a takeover about 6 or 7 months ago. And because I realized it's like a chat window between you and someone at Raid, I got a little bit nosy and I started reading it. And then I sort of stopped myself and went, this is not my world. This is not my information to see. It's a bit of an invasion of privacy. But when I was going through his Supreme Club message, he was fucking raging at Plarium Supreme Club. Like, he was going off. Like, next level going off. And it was all about pulling a bunch of soul stones and not getting anything from it. And he'd done all the maths, so it was all just like, I know that I've got a 0.000 whatever chance, but I've pulled 100 or whatever shards and this and that, so by my maths and your own internal game logic, I should have got something. And the poor little Plarium minion that had to deal with him, I have never felt so sorry for someone in my entire life, because the guy was right. Like, the guy I was doing the takeover for was absolutely 100% correct. But RNG is RNG, and just because you've got a 50% chance of getting something, it doesn't mean you're going to get it 50% of the time. So after that, after reading it, like popcorning it for about an hour, I made a pledge to never read someone's Plarium Supreme Club chat ever again. So on this account, I haven't read your Supreme chat. If you've got one open, I don't know. But it was amusing. So I've never had to raise anything with Plarium myself. But I did get to see someone going off at Plarium, and it was quite entertaining. Yeah, there are always going to be further politics with it. And especially with what I hear about Supreme Club as well. Do you guys get like a Discord or something where all of the Supreme Club members are in it? Because I imagine that's quite spicy. Like, quite spicy. Yeah, it's going to happen, Chief, isn't it? It's going to happen. Yeah, I bet it gets spicy in there. I won't stop you talking. As long as you don't divulge any of my deepest, darkest secrets. I don't have any. Probably do. Yeah, exactly, V-Money. I'm so, like... Sometimes I'm the typical, like, chihuahua. I'll bark really loud, but I won't actually do anything about it. And... I'm always so nice to customer service because I've been in customer service before and I know what it's like when someone walks in and you can tell on their face the moment they walk through that door, they've got it in for you and they want to get it off of their mind. And you, because you're being paid, have to stand there and fucking tolerate it. So I do feel a little bit bad because you can imagine if someone just dropped like 10 grand and didn't get Pelops or Tection, I wouldn't want to deal with that person. Like, they're going to be pissed. Yeah, exactly, Chief. There will be good. Of course there will be good. There will be good and bad in all of it. One of the things we hear a lot in Raid is kind of negativity in relation to a new update comes out, and one of the most common things is, oh, clearly Raid haven't played this game. And while I think there's a little bit of truth in that, I think they put out a good game. Like, I don't get paid feck all, like Plarium don't give me nothing. I'm not part of their program, so I'm not being paid to say anything, but they do a pretty damn good job. At the end of the day, one thing they do that's very clever is they put the onus on you. They've got the game, they've got the frame, and we all know what it's like, but they know that we bite it, and every time we make a mistake, it's our mistake, not theirs, and they know that. So I think they get a lot of stick when they shouldn't get a lot of stick. And if that gets translated to the poor little customer service person that sat there dealing with you lot in Supreme Chat, then I bet they're having a bad day. So I'm just catching up on chat. Bane of Sintranos, great relic. Great relic. Yeah, Chief, we might have to go over the words we're not allowed to use. It's pretty much anything that could describe a woman you're not allowed to say, which is so funny. So they don't like the P word, they don't like the C word, not even a little bit. You're not really allowed to have too much of a go at the Transformers. They're pretty protected on YouTube. They're pretty hot on racism, which is kind of fair. But yeah, thank you. I think you are underutilizing the chat. I think you need to get on them. In fact, whilst I'm on your account, I might start some shit with Supreme Club. See what we can do. Exactly, Swindler, exactly. That's probably the only take. The onus is on us, and it is gambling. No, I'm not going to start some shit. I'm not actually going to start some shit in Supreme Club. Not on anyone else's account except for mine. I'm going to open up in a message and be like, you know that Chief, right? He told me to tell you. No, they would ban him and I'd feel awful. But yeah, B Money, you should just have a little chat with them, see what they say. Oh, I'd hate to work in that part of Raid. Be quite painful. I don't know why I'm keeping this running, because we've already got the one key. I'm going to end this and do the other key for you. I don't know why I let it go to 890. We need, what, 72 million? We will quick battle that one. There's no need to watch it twice. Oh, that would be good. B, that would be so funny. That would be the ultimate shit starting. That's actually worth it. If I was part of Supreme Club, I would message them today and be like, thank you very much, whoever at Plarium finally approved my promo link. You have made me a very happy Mavara owner. So yeah, B, just at you, by the way. So for this week, I'm going to finish your Hydra teams because they need to just get done with the gear presets and stuff. Do a very large accessory cleanse, one final big sweep of your gear, and then leave you with an absolute ton of global gear presets. I think that's the way forward. And every champion that I build, I will continue to mark and leave a like a personal champion preset on each one as well. So if you do need to revert back to anything, there's always a fallback. I think that's probably the best way. But I think because you use gear presets quite a lot, I'll definitely focus in on some of the global ones. And then when I can translate my optimizer account over to your one, then that would be really good. Yeah, I can have a look for you. That's live. Hold on. Battle log. Okay, the middle team, team 2 is struggling. Okay. I'm just looking at it and thinking, like, how would I counter it? What counter would I use? I guess affinity might make it a little bit weak. Maybe beefing up the Galathir might offer a little bit of help in there. Let me get my old school pen and paper. Hold on. Oh, shit. Offense teams as well. Let's have a look. Okay, interesting. That shouldn't lose too much. It's probably because it's not got a reliable support on it. Hold on. Let me write down tag team. Because otherwise I'll go to sleep tonight and I'll completely forget. Okay, tag offense 2. Yeah, I would say having a more reliable support might do you some favors there. These guys are built. So the Hecaton and Solinar combo is nasty. Maybe you could replace Gizmak with something. Oh yeah, the Arna, he's absolutely evil. Oh, Chief, I know. Yeah, I'll take a look at it properly tomorrow, but I think if we put in a real kind of pain in the ass, struggle to kill them style champion, that might at least buy you a little bit of time in the fight. We could even trick out a Hilvy. Hilvy would be good in that team. I didn't know either, Chief, when I built this one. Because I'm not familiar with the champion, I didn't really know what route to go down, so I just sort of went sort of medium speed, kind of typical damage dealer build. It's not... I kind of only threw it together to create a tag team. But as someone that's not really used him, and actually, be honest, I haven't faced many Arnies. So I'm not really sure. All I know is he can't be stunned or something like that, which makes him really annoying. And he gets the block damage when he dies. That's the thing, exactly. He's not a regular champion, so me putting a regular build on him is definitely not utilizing what he can actually do. But yeah, we'll look at Team 2, because I think the Gizmak needs to be replaced with something that can like properly keep you out of trouble. It's a shame about his affinity being magic with Arnie. Yeah, I probably should actually, especially when I'm doing takeovers and I've got access to champions that I don't understand. It's a great opportunity to like use it and learn it. I love the fact that he's got a 2-turn provoke. Do we question, do we know if the change to Mercurial regarding provoke, I don't know why I'm waving my pencil, the change to provoke Mercurial, if a champion places provoke for 2 turns, will it remove 2 stacks of Mercurial compared to a champion that puts it out for 1 turn? Yeah, Chief, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Absolutely. I'm so bad at turning things into content. This is one of my faults as a creator. Like, I might actually do a video on Solinar. Yeah, Scrub, that makes sense. The Death Brand is kind of one of the most unique parts about the kit. So I think I've got to sort of learn to play into the unique nature of it. I can't even remember what Death Brand does. Also, Plarium, on the off chance you're watching, which I know you're not, can we please put, like, these in order of alphabetical? I don't think it's too much to ask. Ah, so if they're under Death Brand, they block. Okay. Yeah, ban me. Steve is the doorman. Oh, Scrub, that's a really good shout, actually. There we go. I've learned something new. That's another one to add to my list. Rebuild Arnie. Because he looks disgusting. With his little bear belly. Bloody great champ, to be fair. Yeah, we'll revisit tag. I must admit, I just threw champions into tag because I realized I'd broken a load of your builds. Made notes of everything except for tag team arena champions, so I had to scramble to put it all back together. Yeah, that was going to basically be another question then. Is he a candidate for a 9-piece Mercurial, or is he best left as a damage kind of survival hybrid, so Stone Skin Savage or Stone Skin Lethal or something? Another problem of mine is because I don't watch any other content creators, I never know what other champions do until I get absolutely clapped by them in arena. Endaba, it was very similar for me. That took me a really long time on the Marius missions. I just got very unlucky. Fair. Oh, nice. Now there's a champion I'd quite like to have a little go of. Yeah, so I was thinking it kind of wants to play into him doing damage, because I know the guy can smack. So it's A3 open, I would assume, plus the extra turn. So A3 open. He is increased accuracy, which I guess makes him a problem against certain... Steve, Heinrich is the new... Well, yeah, I guess he's still new, isn't he? He's been out for a little while now. In Sacred Order. This charming man. Oh shit, were we on Solinar? My bad. Yeah, the Smiths, charming man. Accuracy and speed with 50% of turn meter steal is actually quite massive on this guy. That was it. Oh, I thought it was stunned for 2 turns. He's stunned for 1 turn. Ah, Snacks a lot. You're welcome, buddy. I will get around to doing more videos. I've been a bit slack the last couple of weeks. But I've already got like 3 or 4 that are going to release this week. Yeah, Mythical Armans is not a bad shout to call this guy. The target's under... Okay, yeah, this guy fucking smacks. Weirdly, I kind of would want to build this guy in 9-piece protection more than I would in anything else. In the same way that Sir Nick actually works as a 9-piece protection champ. Because he's 25% chance of stunning anything that attacks anyone under ally protection. That's pretty gnarly. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Alan Brown, some nights in Live Arena, it's like the bots are whales. It's crazy. I lost to a bot, I think, yesterday or something like that. Yeah, Scrub, that's a pretty good shout. That is a very, very good shout. Where are we? 2:15. I will be ending the stream in about 15 minutes, guys. Got a busy day tomorrow. Also, B, the biggest advice, obviously it's Sundays. In fact, it has finished now. I would definitely say just stick with the one-man defense in Classic. Because the sooner we get the, what do you call it? The Great Hallfield, that it's just a quality of life moving forward for those big boy builds. God, I freaking love Solinar. He's just... There's something not right about this champ. I will bankrupt myself getting Solinar. Remember to do tag team. Thank you, Scrub. Thank you very much. I had absolutely forgot about that. I'll do this round. I'll log back onto my account, find an easy win, if there is such a thing on a Sunday night. I'm pretty sure I spied someone with like 13 million player power. And that's who I'm going to go after. I'm just going to put you quickly on Be Right Back, guys, just to hide account information and stuff like that. I'll only be, like, very, very quick. 1 sec. Okay, back on mine. So I just didn't want to show anyone's account information. Let's just... We've definitely pushed down this week. So this guy, Grogol, with 13 million player power, but also some pretty disgusting champions. It's got to be this guy. I don't like the Sir Nick and Noel going on there, but that's fine. This team, it's just not designed to be locked out. Yeah, no, you're not seeing my login credentials for so many reasons. You would, Steve. I know you would. I know you would. You'd have all the best intentions in the world. They're going to go first, so I don't think that's the right team. That's probably better. Is Marius still PvP? He is. I think the Fabian needs to go up top and replace Donny. Yeah, let's roll this and see if we can... mess him up. Steve, I wouldn't normally, but I don't want to lose fights because then I might have to do another one, and I really don't like doing tag. So if the Armands is in Supersonic, we are in trouble. The Armands is in Supersonic, but we did cut in. Good, we're fine. Yeah, any other night of the week I wouldn't care. It's just I don't want to drop down. I accidentally dropped down a tier last week. Yeah, do you know, I kind of go in phases with tag team because part of it is really good because it kind of serves as a bit of a dojo to test out some champions, and it's not quite as consequential as trying stuff like Live Arena. So there's definitely a benefit for it, but actually tag over the years has got increasingly difficult because everyone's got absolutely disgusting champions now. So even if you're a lower level account, you've still got to deal with like horrendous stuff. Okay, Mavara goes. We go for the strip, hopefully. The Predator didn't get nothing. There's not really much we can do because of affinity, but he's got 2 stacks of Mercurial. She's got 2. These are both the wrong affinity, and I can't click on him. Let's go for that and hope. No, we don't get anything. That's not good. That Predator is going to do terrible, terrible things to me. Like that. Yep. Yeah, so what you just said, Swindler, That, I think, is one of the biggest benefits of it. But we got cooked. We got completely cooked here. Everyone's under a veil except for Mavara. That's so annoying. Wait, who's got the... Oh, so we can only go for him. No, we've lost this one. I had a funny feeling we might lose Team 2. Oh, I manual simply because of the consequence. Like, if it wasn't for the consequence, I wouldn't be doing it. But we have absolutely 100% lost this fight. What can I say? I'm dedicated. And dead. Awesome. Well, that was fun. I hope we don't lose this one. Talena in... Ah, Talena is... I fucking knew it. But that's alright. We have Tekkas. Marius. I did nothing. Go sleep. Thank you. Okay. Manuel. So that did basically nothing. These teams look absolutely horrible. Sabriel in one and Queen of Hearts in the other. I'm not fighting this guy. 62 million player power. Get fucked. 35, 22. Who are you? What do we have here? Fast lockout anti-buffs, and anti-lockout. Well, they've got buffs. We might be all right there. We can't use buffs in the second team. That's tricky. That second team's annoying. Nice, Chief. And that's anti-lockout. Let's go Predator in that team instead of that and swap Gizmak there. So we can probably burn those off. Whatever. I don't think we're going to make back the rank this week. They're going to go first. Talena's going to lock us all out. Oh, she even locked out Donnie. That takes the piss. Yeah, we've lost the... Jesus Christ. Well, that sucked. Tag team is no joke, man. Yeah. Fucking fast Fabian. Jesus. Exactly, Beef. Normally, I get myself so far ahead on Monday and Tuesday that I pretty much don't do tag for the whole week. I get a nice lead into the green, but this week it just hasn't worked. The only reason I'm trying to stay in gold 4 is for when I do the big 24-hour stream, because it's going to be a lot more points in gold 4. She comes back. She's going to totally nuke Marius. Of course she does. Ah, she... Yep. We got absolutely cooked. Oh, it's rough. Yeah, super sweaty. Why did you A1 when I pressed A2? You're going to hit Knives, we get counterattack, of course. Well, this has gone well. He's got increased resistance, so we can't place that, so we go for the Knives. Close, but no cigar. Ah, man. Ah, man. It's a really good idea for a team, actually, with the Knives Mavara. Man, we got absolutely just... something akin to struggle snuggles. Say we. Oh. Am I liking Proving Grounds? No. I find it absolutely miserable. I liked it when I was first place, but now that I've been knocked down to second, I'm really not feeling it, funnily enough. Mavara revive. Gizmat needs to start burning. Why no burn? Literally, you have one job. Okay, we just got triple tapped. I kind of wish this was live, because then the guy would really have to be working for it right now. It is a long fight, especially the one that I know I'm going to lose. I'm just stubborn. Can't deal with that noise. That's a big problem. A really cool team comp, though. I might have to steal that, with the exception of the knives, because I don't have one. Yeah, I like that about Live Arena, the way the timer starts to count down with the consequence. Yeah, no, I'm getting AFK'd. It's great. Right, that's the end of that fun. Yay, we killed one. Look how my Predator only dodges like once. Or never. That was embarrassing. I don't think we're going to be doing that. I think we're going to accept that we're going to live in Gold 3 next week. Did I win it? I won nothing. Oh, that was abuse. Well, I normally like to end on a high, and I don't have any remnants to pull. So, I think that might be the end of the stream, guys. Now, if anyone has anything profound to say or wants to buy an I Hate Gear Cleansing mug, you know how it goes. So, yeah, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for watching and sticking with me. It's been educational. I think that's where we're going to leave it. So, thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the videos that are coming out this week. We've got some good stuff in the works. And see you lot later. Enjoy some music, and I will catch you all very soon. And by the way, I'm streaming Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and it's going to be PlayStation 5, just as a little bit of something different. So yeah, come join, see what happens, and I'll catch you all later.